Last night at the UFC 318 post-fight press conference, Dana White shut down the idea of Jon Jones competing on the White House UFC card. Jon Jones has been expressing interest in being on that card for the past couple weeks. Let's see the clip.
Who knows who's going to be on the card or what the main event will be or who will hold all the titles, and everything could be completely different. So it's not even worth thinking about it right now.
Jon Jones says he wants to be on there too, and he says he would fight whoever the champion is at that time. Would you be okay with him coming back and?
First off, I don't believe for a second that Jon Jones is going to fight whoever the champion is at that time. If it's Tom Aspinall, he is not fighting that guy. Jon Jones ducked Francis Ngannou and Tom Aspinall, all right? He ducked two of the scariest heavyweight champions ever.
Potentially winning that belt again, you might have to go through.
It's not even about him winning the belt. I mean, you know how I felt about him. I can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong.
Bro does not want Jon Jones sneaking tortas into the White House. All right, Dana White, Baldy is done with Jon Jones. All right, it doesn't even matter. Like, who knows if he ever had blackmail on Dana in the first place? It really seemed like that when he was really glazing him in the build up to the Stipe fight. But since then, it's like he's fucking done with this drug junkie. All right, the Baldy's moved on. All right, he's doing boxing matches. He's making shitty fight nights. He's on to bigger and better things. He's disappointing hardcore UFC fans. He's on to bigger and better things. Now, let's finish this clip.
Especially the White House card.
Yeah, so as he said, especially the White House card. So John's interest in this sparked when it was announced initially, as soon as it was announced, as soon as Trump mentioned that there would be a UFC White House card. So it started with the tweet that's not up here, in which Jon Jones puts White House card and the eyes emoji, whatever. Then he says, Donald made his announcement on the morning of the 4th of July, my bad. On the 4th of July, I called the UFC headquarters the very same afternoon. I'll just leave it at that. America. Now that tickles my pickle. Now, obviously, he says he wants to be on the White House card in typical Jon Jones fashion, in the zestiest, gayest way possible. America. Now that tickles my pickle. Anyway, and another thing is, I don't believe for a second that he called the UFC headquarters. In fact, I think they even denied that. The Dana White and other UFC officials denied that even happened. One person in the Twitter reply says, gonna be the most epic fight in history. Not even knowing who he's gonna fight or if he's gonna show up. This fan says so. It would be. For me, it's about the opportunity to represent America at the White House. I don't care who I fight that night. Bullshit. I found my reason why. That's why I needed something that was more than money. So yeah, as you see, Jon Jones really, really wanted this. He really wanted to be on the card. So it probably hurts a lot to know. In fact, we'll go over his response. We're going to go over the response too. But, Dana doesn't want you and Don Jr. doing lines in the bathroom, doing lines on the Oval Office, all right? Dana White does not want you recreating the Bill Clinton scandal in the White House, all right? He doesn't, all right, he doesn't want you sneaking in tortas and recreating that Bill Clinton scandal, all right? Hey, this is a clip. This is just showing, how bad Jon Jones wanted it. This is a clip from TMZ Sports of Jon Jones begging for it.
That's a fair trade. I know you said you came out of retirement because you want to fight at the White House.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Did he call? Have you had any motion on it since you said that?
No, we haven't had a conversation about it, but I have a very strong feeling that I'll be fighting that night. Yeah.
And I gotta ask, will you fight before or after that, or is this a one and done?
I think it's gonna be one and done.
Yeah, so already admitting it's going to be one and done. It's like, dude, I think this guy was still signed on to like a 6-fight contract as he retired or some shit. 5 fights. And now he's saying one and done. He's very inconsistent with what he wants. By the way, he said he just had no contact with him despite the fact that he tweeted earlier that he called the UFC headquarters. Dude, he said he's the dumbest kind of liar and the dumbest kind of psychopath. Really, he really is. All right, moving on. This is Jon Jones's response to the comments by Dana White. I heard the comments made at last night's press conference. While I was a little disappointed, I'm still in the UFC's drug testing pool. Now, that might be true. I don't know. Staying sharp and continuing to train like a professional, I'll be ready for whatever comes next. In a recent interview, I shared that the opportunity to fight at the White House gave me something deeper to fight for. A why that goes beyond paychecks or belts. Fighting for my country gives me a great purpose. Mate, when the time came to represent your country against England, the UK, you fucking ran away. Alright? You ducked Tom Aspinall shamelessly. You ducked non-stop. The silver lining in all this is knowing the fans see my heart. They see I am ready and willing to take on anyone. No, dude, most of the fans have lost trust in you. That petition reached over 200,000 signatures to have you be stripped. To represent my country on a historic stage, for me, it's never been just about the opponent. I'm chasing legacy, something timeless, something bigger than this moment. So for now, I'll keep grinding, stay patient, stay available. I'm ready to fight on July 4th, hashtag Independence Day. So this was his response to Dana White shutting down the idea of him being on the White House card. Listen, dude, what is there to say? You're a psychopath. You've beaten your wife right after you were inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame for your fight with Gustafsson. You beat up your wife in front of your kids. You fucking crashed your car into a pregnant woman. You driving around a drugged up half naked torta and then threaten to assassinate those police officers through a third party means. I mean, you're a psychopath, dude. There's no way your life ends in a positive way, John. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I think it's very ironic. You know, Jon Jones is like, he's dying. He's very, very eager to be on this card. And I find this, card a little bit pathetic, by the way. Not so much the idea of having it at the White House. Now, that's very cool. But the whole idea of having this be a private event, I think that's stupid. They're only going to have the richest, cringiest fucking losers attend it. It's going to be fucking Elon Musk. It's going to be fucking Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, his plastic fucking whore wife. It's going to be terrible, And I just find it very ironic. It's like Jon Jones wants to be on this card. It's like a black athlete entertaining rich white people behind a house built by slaves. It's all very ironic. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about this card. Tell me, who you want on the UFC White House card. I think that for sure Sean Brady, without a doubt, no matter where he is at that point in his career, he should be on that White House card. I know most people will say Strickland, Colby Covington. But I think there's some other great, pros like Sean Brady. I think Brandon Royval would be cool to see on that card. Anyway, guys, like and comment. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know who you would like to see on the UFC White House card.